seed. In the finals, the loser will face Mitch Flower Power in the third place game, and already we've got an interesting start. We've got 7F1, a forced 7F1 here, and while it's not a particularly difficult level, it does take a long time if this is the first one out of the box. It's about a 65 to 70 second level because of the backtracking you have to do.
Yeah, this is actually be a big part for later in the race when they realize that, you know, they're not going to be equipping random P-Wings when they get to certain forts because they've already seen Fort Knox, so they're not going to worry about this showing up later on.
Yeah, no, they're not going to have to worry about that. The only other, because this is one of two levels that require the ability to fly, the other being 6.5. So, yeah, so...
Yeah, they're pretty almost in sync here. gamercal has just a little bit of a lead on them.
Yeah. So, with tourney bracket flags, levels, forts, and pipes are flipped around. gamercal mistakenly going for the pipe.
And 5.9 too here. Ooh.
So yes, already we've got two of the longer levels early on. 5.9 is one of two auto-scrollers, the other being a lost level we have dubbed Atlantis, because it's mostly underwater. So it looks like they're getting an okay draw with the enemies. No fire chomps to make things difficult here.
Yeah, the fire chomp has a chance to, well, if you don't get rid of it, will despawn one of the platforms here in 5.9, making it almost impossible, basically impossible to beat, really. So you have to defeat the fire chomp if you see him.
Yeah, it's like you got to be really quick about it. So, Classic's out first.
So he's got roughly about a 2 to 3 second lead on him, which is really not that much in this randomizer.
Now, gamercal's going to get a forced draw with the Hammer Bros, and it's double Fire Bros. gamercal finds 7-2, and he's well equipped for it. gamercal can actually skip ahead here, so he's going to take a lead because hammers break boulders. They don't break locks in this version of the rando. So he's getting a straight shot right to the end here. He's going to have another Hammer Bro to deal with. But this is very good. This is very fortuitous for gamercal.
Man, he skips the Hammer Bro and goes straight for the hand stage here.
Yeah. The general consensus of late has been to skip Hammer Bros unless forced, but gamercal's going to get both of them and see if the first one is as nice as the second one. Classic finishing the third hand stage gets a P-Wing. That's a nice item to find.
Yeah, luckily Classic's getting fairly quick levels, so it's not hurting him too much, but he is about 2 stages behind right now.
First airship is the World 1 airship. Classic, I think, was trying to go for some P speed, didn't quite get it. So, we got a thick Morton, but it's only a 2-hit Morton, so a pretty quick run-through for gamercal, who finishes at 355, which is pretty amazing considering we started with 7F1 as Small Mario, and then 5.9 right after that. That's 2 minutes right there.
Oh, wow.
So get... So, World 2 is next. And, ooh, gamercal finding 7.5. With... So, we got 7.5 with a boss bass. This is not what gamercal or any... Well, Classic doesn't mind it. Classic loves this. So about a 457 wand grab for Class. Oh man, this is getting worse. Oh boy. Cal's gonna have to basically sprint for this. Oh, nice, nice job there, getting rid of Boss Bass with a breakable block. But he's got we got a long way to go yet, and ooh, gamercal slides past Paragoomba. He's got another one. Oh boy, this is not. So Cal is trying to get rid of these Paragoombas and get them off screen, or just get rid of them altogether. But they're making life difficult for him. This is so Cal has got the right idea. He's gonna have to quickly get rid of Boss Bass. Gets him. Now he's gonna have to sprint through this and hope he get. I was waiting. Okay, good idea. Waiting for Boss Bass to respawn before going back up the pipe. So, okay. Oh boy, Cal almost died there. He just got enough of the Paragoomba. He waits for the tan Paragoomba to pass. So, this is Classic has caught up as a result of this, but what a relief for gamercal, who was ill-equipped for this, but manages to pull through. So the ordeal is over, but Classic is caught up in a major way, and if a hammer comes into play again, Classic will have the long-term advantage as far as that goes, because we still have hammers that can be used in Worlds 3, 5, and 6, although with 3 it's a double hammer play.
Yeah, something you're not going to see that often, but if it is available, they will take that.
Oh, absolutely. And then again, it also is dependent on the map and whether or not, and all that. And that is true, Haxor. Classic did not get a hammer, but there's still plenty of chances for hammers to appear. So, like I said, it's unlikely, but possible. So, Cal, and Classic are in one of the eight of the lost levels.
Yeah, so we're seeing about a 5 to 6 second lead here for Cal, but Classic is right behind him.
Yeah, the hammer bro he did play the hand stage gave him a P-wing, so that has allowed Classic to go through 7-5 in a much easier manner than Cal did. So it's interesting that both of them got different hammer bros in World 2, but the items they picked up have essentially brought them back to even as a result because of the randomization of the levels. So Cal's got to be a little careful here with 5-4. 5-4 can be a little bit of a troll with Angry Sun, but no problem there. Classic fighting one fort. Logic always assumes you go for the item. Oh, and Classic got the leaf, and I think he was going to go for it, but unfortunately he misses out. So Cal, but
look at that clip by Classic.
Well, one bit of swag to another, so he gets to skip a kind of a quasi-auto scroller, and will take out Boss Bass ahead of gamercal, who gets a Fire Flower. So
I do want to point out, World 1 Fortress has been in the same spot for the last 3 races we've rolled.
Is it really? Wow.
Yeah, last night, both World 1 Fortresses were in the same spot in World 1.
Wow.
And they were the World 1 Fortress.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah, boom, excuse me. The World 5 airship, gamercal with about a hammer bro lead at this point. 4-hit Larry Koopa, and he's got it at 935. S Diesel pointing out that Cal got a seed with a vanilla World 1 Ford as well. Well, there you go. So a 14-second lead for gamercal as we swing into World 3. What predictions, chat? I'm going to say 5.
I'm gonna go 7.
Gonna go 7?
I
All
want to see
right.
a troll 7.
Well, we're gonna get a 6. Korak getting in at the buzzer there. And, well, this is kind of a troll 6 because all 4 pipes are right on top of each other. Which means hammer, if they had a hammer, it'd be utterly useless here. And just to drive the point home, there's a hammer. So this is going to be a long world. Ooh, Classic getting hit by a death throw. Hal skipping the first fort. Going to play 6F2.
Yeah, Classic's going to take the same choice there, skipping it. Not a bad idea, but sometimes we found last night that first fort was required.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's a calculated risk. You know, it's a 33% chance of it being required, essentially. Hal is playing a little safe, trying to keep his big Mario there.
Now we got a sync on screen here.
Yeah. Love that sync, man. That's... Oh, until Cal actually lost the handle there.
So Classic takes a lead, but again, these lead changes are going to happen a lot considering they're just mere seconds between each other.
They're in the 6-5 location, which is 1-3 with interesting enemy sets there with that Piranha. Ooh, gamercal taking a death there. Classic is clearing the area. He wants that item.
Yeah, and I think that's a smart choice there. Going for the item, you didn't get the World 1 Fortress item, so why not?
Right, the item in that case was a flower. Here it's another P-Wing, so Classic already knowing the power of the P-Wing. Cal is going to skip, so he saves himself a little time, and there's the lock, so technically required this, the fort in the 6F1 location.
Gets another P-Wing for Classic, so it's got quite a bit of a arsenal to his belt.
Yeah. So Classic is going to use the hammer. He's going to gamble that hammers will not be needed in Worlds 3 or 4. So, and that is a reasonable position to take. Cal, I think, was thinking about it, then realizes, nope, do this.
Yeah, saving 2 levels, that's still worth it, I think. Using that hammer, that's a good spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. You are essentially saving 2 levels. It's easy to forget you're skipping the fort as well as a result of this. So 3-8 sans boss bass.
And we got 6-8 on Classic side.
6-8 can be a little trolly because of the enemy sets. You do tend to get some pretty rough enemy patterns as a result. Though with Raccoon Mario and a star, that does tend to make it a little easier. No, yeah. No, it's a very good decision by both players to make, and it's not one that would be immediately apparent. Although, if World 2 hadn't come into play, I think both players might have gone back. I don't know, that's just kind of me, but I think if they had played, if World 2 hadn't shown up yet, I think they would have gone back. At least I think I would have, under those circumstances, but that's just me. So gamercal showing off some nice P-speed strats here in 3-3. In addition to his rando practice, he has been working pretty hard on Warpless and 100% runs, I know. And some of that practice is paying off very nicely for him.
Mm-hmm. And we got Classic here on the World 7 airship. Definitely the longest airship of the 7 you'll see.
So, Classic showing off some P-speed strats in the World 7 airship, which of course you can't do in vanilla because it's an auto-scroller, but Classic doing the same. So, Lemmy in World 7 with Fire Mario is a pretty easy fire kill. 10 fireballs, and that gets it 1445 for Classic Gamer. It was a one-hitter, so kind of almost a moot point. So 1456 for gamercal. So the runners are doing quite well through 3 worlds. Next world prediction, I'm gonna go vanilla 4.
You can go 4?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 5.
You gonna go 5?
Yeah. Hey. I'll take the win there.
Yeah. And so with World 5, there are 2 colored forts, the tan-colored fort and the blue-colored fort. The tan-colored fort always creates a bridge. The blue-colored fort always breaks a lock. So depending on how the map is structured, you know, you could end up with some interesting combinations. This is a forced draw to for the bridge. So, and this will lead them to the spiral tower, which will take them to the sky portion of the world, where we'll see how that plays out. No pipes on the ground, though, so this could be interesting.
Yeah,
No
you might see a potential pipe skip here.
Possibly, unlikely, but possible. They have come up from time to time. There are 4 pipes in, well, there are 3 pipes, actually, I should say. One of them's connected to the tower. So, 3-2, no problem for gamercal, for Classic, excuse me. Gamercal getting a power-up and 2 power-ups, so we got Raccoon Mario. This should make this a bit easier. Quite get the optimal, speed strat, but that's alright. So yeah, so now we're in the Spiral Tower, one of 4 levels that will never be randomized. The others, of course, being the 2 Piranha stages in World 7 and Bowser. So Classic, about halfway through, Gamercal underway. Classic took a couple of hits along the way, so trying to power his way through the opening section. Be fine. Unless he gets a really trolly enemy there. Okay, he's fine. Okay, so not an interesting setup, but there's gonna be no pipe skip, unfortunately. I don't think, no. Look at it again, but actually, yes, there is. They can use the pipe to skip 5-2. They'll just have to play this. So 5F1, which before we started randomizing Disco Waffles was always great for P-Speed strats. Ooh, Gamercal taking a death in 5F1. Classic, and a damage boost. What was up with the blue spike axe? Or I think that's just something weird that just happens from time to time. So Classic is making a mistake here. He should be going for that pipe, but 3-7, well, another free item potentially with a boss bass. Let's see. He's gonna go for the item, then he decided not to do a blind jump there. So Gamercal's finished off Oh, Gamercal! Okay, well he figured it out, but that's a needless death there, and it cost him a little bit of time. Classic getting the World 6 airship and the clip, nicely done.
Yeah, it's not an easy clip to do.
But Classic has shown his willingness for the swag, and he got a thick Roy. See how tough he is. He's just a free hitter. So vanilla. The 1921 for Classic Gamer. Gamercal with Tanuki suit is closing in. So, in spite of all of this, we've still got about an 18-second gap going into World 5. Predictions, chat?
I think we're going to call for 7 here. That's what I'm going to say.
I'm going to go 4 again. More commands for you, and, well, Gimp, you should buy that lottery ticket you've always wanted to, because that's 2 in a row now.
Yeah, but I might have burned all my luck on this game here.
Nonsense. Nonsense. Classic is going to play 7-8, which is 2-5, instead of checking the second pipe. There's a fort there. He wants the fort. That's his main goal. gamercal actually went for the other pipe, so we're going to get a route divergence here. When his gamercal gets through the pipe, and okay.
Yeah, and sometimes with World 7, that's not a bad choice, but that can really make or break a seed for somebody.
It can, and in this case, it's not going so well for gamercal. Finds a dead end. Classics in 3F2. H2O fort. Al is going to keep going. Found 5-3. Yuck.
Yeah, that's another really long stage here. Classic's doing the right thing by going after the forts. I say in World 7, if you see a fort, you gotta play it, especially if you can't see off-screen what it's gonna do.
Right. And it also has the added benefit of giving him another pipe when he's done. So it's a good long-term play, especially if this pipe ends up taking him to the Eastern Island.
Well, we'll find out here in just a moment.
Yes, indeedy. So, for those of you just joining us, this is game 1 of a possible 3 between gamercal and ClassicGamer88 in the semifinals of the Mario 3 Randomizer tournament. The winner will face Macobra52 in the championship, and the loser will face Mitch Flower Power in the bronze medal. So Classic is on the North Central Island now. He's got a lot of pipe checks, and Hal, okay, he's not... I gotta look at Classic's map again. Okay, gamercal is actually making the correct play, because that fort that Classic finished broke the lock by the fort. So this is going to work out big time for gamercal. He's actually in the lead right now as he goes through 7-9.
Yeah, Classic's got a little bit to make up, but he's not too far behind in reality.
No, but he's going to have to hustle a little bit. He's got a cloud, which actually is going to work to his favor. Fortunately, he's going to have to play 5-3, which will take about 45 to 60 seconds. He's going to play 7-7 first, finds the 1-5 beta. Oof. Classic kind of falling behind a little here. So Cal gets 3F1, door 6 fort. Here it is. This is going to... gamercal is going to be so happy when he sees this. Ooh, Classic gambling a little there.
Yeah, unfortunately getting the 2 piranha plants there at the end, that doesn't happen all the time, but with the rando, that they could sometimes get despawned when you get there.
So Cal has found it. He's like, oh yes. Okay, so Classic has Haxor was correct that both of the pipes on the South Island. Ooh, Cal taking a death in 2-4.
Not a death he wants to take, and for Cal, that's really, really unusual.
Yeah, 2-4 has its moments. I mean, to be fair, 2-4 is probably one of my least favorite levels to see early because of the Hammer Bros causing all sorts of problems. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Classic went for the one-frame door 3 trick. It didn't work, so he lost some time there. So he's still got a cloud, so he's about a stage behind, and Cal is going to use his music box here. Good idea. Gets the World 4 airship.
Yeah, and Classic did use his cloud. That's kind of what we expected from him.
Yeah, so he has closed the gap quite nicely. He's going for the P-Speed strats. Cal losing his tail. Classic has closed in very nicely. And
nice jump there at the end. Good kill on Ludwig.
24:43, so 7 seconds separating the runners. Final prediction for World. What's it going to be? We got 3 and 4 left. I'm going to say 4.
I think you should stick to your guns. Yeah, I was going to go with 4 as well. I think World 3 is going to be the final world we're gonna see? Because you know Wendy, she loves to be the final boss.
Yeah, the gatekeeper before you know. And finally, I'm correct. And this is kind of looking a little ugly based on where the fort and the lock is. This could be a long world. It's going to be a longer World 4, depending on what happens here in 4F1. Kind of a threat, I suppose.
Yeah. So we're probably gonna see 4F2 here next.
I think so. We saw World 3 forts bunched together. Randomizer seems to like doing that.
And gamercal with a little bit of a skip there in 4F1, so he's caught up. He's only caught up a few seconds. He's not tied yet, but he's right behind him.
So we got a near sync. Cal is going to use his frog suit and get a quick damage boost on the boomerang bros, and takes 2 hits, unfortunately. It's a music box. That could be useful in this world if they want to skip a couple of hammer bros. Ooh, yeah, Cal. Ooh, wow. 7-6. So Cal's taking the intentional death. Classic's going for the pipe, is going for the skip. Gets it. I think that was 4th try.
Yeah, 4th try. Not too bad.
So Cal now taking his run at 7-6. 3rd try for gamercal. So very nicely done.
Yeah, and that looks like that second fort is not required, and the last stage Classic's going to see is going to be a hand stage, so another P-Wing for him. Yep.
Yeah, he loves his P-Wings. Cal they might opt to use their music box here, depending on how this plays with, nope, Classic's just going to skip them.
Yeah, that screen transition is going to be real nice there.
The World 2 airship, so we're actually going to get a Fred with the final airship, because we haven't seen World 3 yet. Yeah, we haven't seen World 3 yet, so Cal was not so fortunate, and a one-hit Iggy on top of that.
Yeah, so we've seen, what, maybe 8 or 9 lead changes so far?
Oh yeah, they've seesawed back and forth on this one. It's been quite a match. Both have played very well, and they both have had a couple of minor uncharacteristic mistakes, but otherwise, it's been a very clean race. 27:56, so 25 seconds separating the 2 runners. There's a Tanuki suit, so we got 2 levels and before a pipe. Okay. First up is a lost level, a kind of a beta on 3.9 and 7.2.
Oh, nice slide there by Classic, avoiding that fire chomp. Those enemies,
Yeah,
they are the worst.
yeah. This beta level can have a really interesting and tricky set of enemies if you're not careful. Cal is going to just go straight down and find a lot of laggy enemies waiting for him. We got 4-6, a popular boss bass level, actually. He has been a consistent presence in this level, but not today. So, Classic finishing 4-6, nicely done.
Yeah, his P-speed threats in that stage were really good. Even though it seemed a little reckless, but he's been successfully keeping up.
He is a very, very strong Warpless and Hundo player, so while not all of that applies to Rando because of the nature of the Rando, some of those tricks can and will pay off. So, okay, so he knows where he has to go. He's just gotta
get there.
Yeah,
so, yeah, this Piranha stage, not a fun one to start.
7-8, yeah. So, okay, so there's the lock and the bridge. So he knows where he has to go. Question of getting there.
Yeah, playing Piranha Alley very nice here. He's not going to take that bottom pipe there. He always likes to take this top route.
Well, especially since he's Fire Mario, he figures I can do this. No problem. takes an unfortunate hit along the way.
Yeah, Paragoombas, the true final enemy here. As much as we love Boss Bass, we think Paragoombas are much worse.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Classic with about a one-stage lead right now going into the fort, which is, of course, 7F2, aka Piranha Fort.
Fun fact, this stage is actually faster than Fort Knox.
You believe it?
I believe that, yeah. It's. I saw somebody play it, and then one was playing 7F2, and one playing 7F1, where they had a mushroom, and it still took longer.
Yeah. Fortunately, Classic took a death in 7F2, so he's going to use his P-Wing. Gamercal's going to get a Tanuki suit. So, Classic's playing it a bit conservative here, which is kind of unusual for him. He's known for kind of taking gambles, and right now he is just trying not to mess it up again, which is perfectly understandable. Cal forgetting that, yeah, you can't go that way.
Yeah, I mean, you are going to see some players play something a little more conservative, considering that we're in the semifinals, so they're not going to be making too many super risky moves here.
No, I that's certainly true. Classic finishing off Boom Boom in 7F2. Cal is about a half a stage behind.
Yeah, and both players know which opponent they're playing, because Classic's definitely a veteran in this community, and Gamercal has kind of been the dark horse. He's come out of nowhere, and here he is in the top 4.
He started in June of 2018. He was in the one-shot tournament we had on Randomania, and he was kind of had an early exit, but he was enthused about playing it, and he's been practicing a lot, and is really, as you've seen, has really made that practice pay off in a big way. Classic, yeah, he was third place finisher in last year's tournament. He defeated Sky Bills in three games, and has been a very strong and consistent player in our weeklies and in the tournament thus far.
Yeah, Cal's got to be careful here. This is a 5-hit Windy.
Yeah,
not something you want to see.
No, and he takes the hit, and he's only one hit away, and there he goes. So we've got a 27-second gap between the two runners as we go into World 8, aka the Great Equalizer. And right off the bat, we've got an interesting setup with a lock protecting in front of a pipe and possibly two forts. There's another lock. So, and a forced draw right into 5F2. This actually probably favors Classic since it's a more linear start. It's there's going to be fewer chances. Nice swag clip there by Classic. We'll see what happens here, and either way, it's going to be a pretty obvious where to go from here. Backtrack or follow the yep, they're backtracking.
The Air Force stage first.
Yeah.
Depending if that, well, and that's the Navy stage, ironically.
Yeah.
Depending if that tank sprite is actually a level or a fort, that could be a big factor here.
I think I don't know. I think I would have tested the tanks first, just to see if I'm wrong. I'm wrong. If I'm right, well, I'm gonna play it anyways, right? So, but okay. So Classic finishes off Navy. There will be no singing.
Neither of us are singers.
Classic actually skipping the tank. He doesn't think it's necessary. May well be right. Classic finding 8th fort in Navy, best fort in the game.
Agreed. See, I haven't played with a frog suit yet, though, so I don't really know how hard it is.
Yeah. If you don't hear the singing through the chat, you can sing to yourself. So, Al is also skipping the tanks. I'm surprised.
I think Classic's doing the right thing. He knew he wasn't going to make that switch, so he's definitely slowing down a bit.
Yeah, okay, so we have 2 forts required, and there's 2 forts need to be beaten, and there's a level. Let's see, is this it? Yes, okay, so the play has been justified. 6F3 is underway for gamercal. He hates this level, by the way. Classic is finished off 8 fort. That pipe's going nowhere, so backtrack. So this is a rather simplified World 8. That's interesting.
Yeah, not too much traveling to do. So
that's 1 fort. So
I think Classic's probably going to try this sprite over here.
Oh yeah, I think this is it. I think this this does it. This is they've played all 4 forts already. We've seen all 4 forts. 5F2, Navy, 8 fort, and 6-3. So Classic is in go mode essentially.
And he does have one of those wild hot feet down there, kind of doing its own thing. He's got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Cal's going to try for a 1 cycle here on the P-switch.
I think he's got it. He damage boosted his way through. So we got ourselves a race, folks. Once both of them know where it is, they both know they played 4 forts. Or they know they played 4 forts, so everything's cleared. So it's just 8-1, and then they are done. Classic actually going for the Fire Flower early. It may well be justified. The 7-7 is the gatekeeper here. Cal does not have a Fire Flower, so he is at a bit of a disadvantage right now.
Classic going 2-star here. Let's see. Yep.
Oh yeah, no problem.
A little swag kill on the Piranha Plant at the end.
Cal is going for it too, and nails it! Very nicely done by Cal. We've got ourselves a race here for the finish. Anything can and still will happen in Bowser. Classic going for the clip, didn't get it.
Neither clip.
Yeah, so Cal is not wasting any time with such frivolous things. He is just going to use his P-Wing and try and muscle his way through in that regard.
Yeah, Classic does have the advantage having the Fire Flower, so pending the Bowser fight, as long as he doesn't lose it,
right,
he could take the lead here. He could take this first game, but unfortunately, it's all coming down to this, so we'll find out.
Yeah, and Cal getting his Fire Flower, so got having a little trouble here. Classic oh boy, he almost got hit. He almost got hit by the fire, and that will do it. ClassicGamer88 has scored a Game 1 win, finishing with an official SRL time of 38 minutes and 26 seconds.
GG.
GG's indeed. What a race. What a great start to this semifinal. What a race. Man, oh man, that's how you do it, folks. Get out the GGs for gamercal, who finishes with an official SRL time of 38:49.
This is impressive play for both Classic and gamercal. They did have some mistakes here and there. gamercal made some routing choices a little better, but in reality, it was a very close race. I think both these guys deserve a round of applause for each of them. Drop the GGs, give them some love. We got Game 2 coming up.
Yes, indeedy. That was a very good race. And as I just did, give these guys a follow. Come on, this is a great race. They deserve your follows if you haven't been following them already. And yeah, you can give Gimp and I a follow too. We appreciate it. But start with these guys.
Yeah. Like I said, gamercal just joining the community this year and definitely showing us what's what. And Classic Gamer, the veteran, you gotta watch out. Both these guys are fantastic players.
So, yeah, so Game 1 in the books. Game 2 will be starting in the next few minutes. Both of them have plenty to be proud of, and a couple of things to take note of in spots. Cal is a little sharper with his play and some of his individual choices. It's gonna be very tough to beat. Classic, yeah. I don't know about so much with Classic. I don't think he made any really serious outright mistakes. I just try and keep your head about you really more than anything.
And that's something about him. I like to think that Classic just has ice in his veins. When he's playing, he knows what he needs to do, and if he makes mistakes, he makes mistakes. He'll admit to it, but in reality, he knows what he needs to do and keeps at it.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so getting everything set up here. Game 2 should start in the next couple of minutes. So, reminds me. Fine.
There you go.
Yeah. There we go. Alright, so we are back. Alright, so yeah, so game 1 went to Classic Gamer by beating gamercal by 23 seconds, 38.26 to 38.49, according to SRL times, and about as good a first race as you could hope for. And we'll see what happens in game 2. 38 minutes seems about right given the kind of start we had in game 1, with 7F1 leading off and then 5-9 right after that. That's not a combination you want to see early.
Definitely not. Those are some really long levels to start out. And with this kind of a randomizer, you get a little antsy when you have to play long levels.
Mm-hmm. And then gamercal getting the early hammer in World 2 allowed him to skip 2 levels, I believe, right away. And it was three. Ended up being 3 levels, and looked like he was well on his way to a very strong lead. And then 7-5 came up right off the bat in World 1, which is the next world. And gamercal didn't get the P-wing that Classic did, so Classic was able to sail through 7-5. Gamercal had to pull a little Houdini magic to actually get through this deathless.
Yeah, so we saw a lot of the really tough levels to start out. So who knows? Maybe this seed's going to give him just as much trouble.
It might, but with 7-5 with Boss Bass having to do all the stuff that gamercal did and managing to get through, if he had died there, that probably would have sunk him completely, because that's such a psychologically damaging death, especially near the end. He almost did get killed a couple of times, and it's great theater to watch. But man, I can only imagine what Cal was thinking going through that.
Yeah, 7-5. Definitely not a stage you want to see. That, like you said, that P-wing makes a big difference. Otherwise, if he didn't have a P-wing, Classic could have gotten through it in one try, but still, that would have been a long level for him. So
yeah, he shaved about 20-25 seconds going through it the way he did. So it was a big boost to him. So get your predictions in, chat, for the first world we're going to see. I'm going to say 5.
see 3. I want to see a long 3 to start out.
Ooh,
Trolley 3.
A long trolley 3. So we got a mix of everything so far. A little bit of everything so far.
Yeah, I people know that I like to see the runners suffer a little bit. I like to see a tough seed, especially for these semifinal matches. We want to see some tough levels and
Mm-hmm.
not to see them suffer. We just want to see them pull off some really good, speed strats and impress everybody.
Dewey Cartman going a little specific, saying a Troll 7F2 first level. That is fairly Troll.
We have
About
seen
it.
that before.
And we saw 7F1 lead off game 1, so it would be rather appropriate. So the runners have been given the go-ahead, so we should be starting up here in the next 20 to 30 seconds. Atlanta's first level in chat. No, let's just no. That's just awful. So ClassicGamer88 looking to finish what he started last year. He was ousted last year in last year's semifinal by Duckfist, the eventual champion, in 3 games, and he's looking to for some redemption here and get to the finals this year. He's 1 win away. Gamercal, the newcomer, looking to pull